Today on the Mel Robbins podcast, you and I are getting organized. The Home Edit is here to help you go from chaos and clutter to feeling calm and confident in your life and home. Clea and Joanna, the Home Edit is here in Boston. Welcome to the Mel Robbins podcast.
It's the best.
We are so honored to be here.
It's thrilling.
Well, I invited you to the studios in Boston instead of my home in Vermont because I was too embarrassed to have you.
You're not the first person to tell us that.
I have followed you online for years, and I will tell you up front, I am so excited to talk to you because I have had a very mixed relationship with you two because I've seen how beautiful your work is, and it has stirred both inspiration and a bit of, shall I say, shaming of myself when I see your beautiful pantries and color-coded stuff. I'm like, I don't think I'm ever going to...
We're going to erase that.
Okay,
Yeah,
We're here to erase your shame.
You are?
Yes,
We're going to erase your shame.
absolutely. It's for inspiration, but it doesn't have to be what you absolutely need to strive to become.
Yes, our Instagram, it's our portfolio. Of course it's going to show all the beautiful things. You know, we like to say that the things that we put on Instagram, it's like having a wedding album. It's not the marriage, it's the wedding album.
Yes, and we need to lower everyone's standards for what organization has to become. Yes, Clea is exactly right. It's our portfolio. Of course we're going to make it pretty, but this doesn't have to be exactly how you live.
Correct.
I love you.
We want people to live in a way that makes them feel good.
Yes, and
that's what organizing's about.
It's self-care, and that's what we need to make sure that everyone knows.
Okay, so hold on. You just said so much stuff. I need to like tap the brakes a little bit and just make sure I'm taking my own color-coded highlighter out and just waving it through the air to say, there were so many things I want to make sure that as a person's listening or watching, they got it. You said organization is self-care.
Yes.
Yes.
You also said your beautiful photos are your portfolio. And so think about the things that you're inspired by online. When you think about whether it's interior design or organization, the work that you do at the Home Edit and with, people's houses that are hiring you to come in, that's your portfolio, much like you look at the wedding album, but it's not the marriage.
Exactly. It's the beautiful imagery, it's the inspiration, it's what makes you excited, but it doesn't have to be your life.
No.
Your life has nuance. And a wedding album versus a marriage is the way we think about what organizing should be. And of course, the photos and the imagery is going to be beautiful.
Yeah, and it's a snapshot.
But it's a snapshot.
It's a still snapshot. This isn't movement in life.
Right.
And so let's start this way, Clea and Joanna. If the person listening takes everything to heart that you're about to teach us about, quote, organization, even if your life feels chaotic, your home feels chaotic, what might change in my life if I follow what you're about to share? Mental
Clarity. Having physical clutter is a burden. And without it, it brings you mental clarity and a clutter-free brain. It's not just about the tabletop. It's not just about what's in your cabinet. It is a mental burden to take in things around you that are not organized and don't have systems. It is a drain on your energy. And so when people say, well, I don't have time to organize, you don't have time to not be organized.
That's right.
Like, you need to be able to take a breath. You need to not be searching for things before school drop off.
It takes so much more time not to be organized than to be organized. And organizing is not a one and done, and it doesn't have to happen all in one sitting. I think that's the other misconception about it, too, is that people think, okay, I have an hour. I'm going to organize my whole house, or I'm going to organize whatever whole spaces is. No, let's do it in pieces so that it's not so overwhelming, and each piece is powerful in itself.
Organizing should be manageable. It should be maintainable,
Yes.
sustainable. It should not give you stress. It should take stress away. And again, we're here to remove the shame that everyone has.
No shame.
I don't care if you organize, one cabinet of mugs. It's something. And it is just, it brings you immense freedom to know that the things that you have in your home, that you made a calculation, you chose these items to be here, and you removed the things that don't belong, that
That's
don't
right.
bring you any happiness.
It's choosing like to be active instead of passive with your belongings. And it changes everything when you have that shift.
I'm sitting here thinking about the fact that you start to feel like you have an avalanche of things
Yes.
that you don't know what to do
You don't,
with.
and you just feel paralyzed by your
People
stuff.
get paralyzed by it.
And it's just the worst feeling, which is how we both got into this, is because it's the most freeing feeling to free yourself of all of this clutter that's in your mental space, but also in your physical space.
And I'm thinking about the fact that this has been true for me when I lived in a studio apartment
Yeah.
in law school. It's true now that I have a nice home.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You can fill whatever space you have. So if it's a tiny studio or if it's a humongous mansion, it doesn't matter. Both things can be cluttered or not.
We have a very important golden rule of organizing, and it's the 80-20 rule. Much like eating, you don't want to be more than 80% full because it doesn't feel good. So if you organize the way we're, told to kind of treat our bodies, it's the same thing. 80% full, give yourself that 20% breathing room. And honestly, I don't care if you're not color coded and make it Instagram worthy. If you keep your home to that level, that 20% gives you so much mental freedom and it gives you so much peace.
Oh,
So
it's just we get so excited.
I know we're such nerds.
We get
so excited about it.
talking about it because it's freedom. And the best thing, one of the things that we so love about organizing is it doesn't even have to be expensive. It can cause this massive shift in your entire life and cost $0. Literally, it's the edit. The edit is the magic. It's where the exhale happens, and it's 80% of the job of organizing.
That was another thing you just said that I want to make sure you get. So I've always used the word organizing, and from here on out, I'm going to use the word edit.
Yes. We put it in our name for a reason. The home edit. The edit is the single most important thing you can do for your home and yourself, and it costs $0.
I love this because you're right. Organizing, I'm just like moving stuff around.
Yeah, and it feels overwhelming, and it feels like you're cleaning and all this. No editing. You're curating the things that you need, use, and love.
This is going to be one of these conversations where I forget I'm supposed to interview you. Because I'm going to be so up in my own head dealing with myself and picturing places in my home.
We should have done this in Vermont.
Oh my
I
God.
know.
Well, that'll be act 2.
Yeah, let's
It's
get
a
on a
magic
train.
trick,
Well-
though. Changing the way that you think about it is half the battle also.
Okay, well, let's talk about something that we need to change the way we think about. Because so many of us think we don't have time,
Yes.
that the clutter is not really the problem. The problem is I don't have time to deal with the clutter. What do you say to the person like me who says, well, I just don't have time to do that?
There's an old adage, maybe we made it up, I don't know.
We're old, actually.
That organized people are just too lazy to look for things because we just want something in one spot.
Right. We don't want to look for it.
I don't want to search around.
I don't either.
I don't want to have to look for my child's favorite water bottle
Right,
before
or the
school.
keys in the morning. Like, what a way to start your day, to look for your keys for 15 minutes. No, let's have a spot for them that your keys are always here.
Every physical item in your house should have some home. Right. I don't care if it doesn't have to be like in a bin.
No.
It just needs to live
In the
somewhere.
same spot. So every morning, your keys, you know where they are.
always know where to go. You always know where to put it away. And it's that easy. It can be drilled down to being something that
And
simple.
it's a system. And that's the other piece too, which is we'll get into later, which is not to overcomplicate the system.
Right.
You have to have simple, sustainable systems.
Trust us. It is time well spent
Yes.
to take that small amount of energy and just focus drawer at a time, cabinet at a time.
Like,
doesn't have to be overwhelming.
And do not do the house. Like, we would never advise you to even do a room to start with. Ever, ever, ever. That's not where you want to go.
You
Don't
wanna-
even start with a room?
No, absolutely no.
Absolutely not.
You'll get paralyzed in the corner. Like,
Yes.
it's so overwhelming to start with a room.
You
Absolutely
need to start so small. And who doesn't have time to just go through like one bathroom drawer?
Let's just do a drawer. Let's start with a drawer.
Everyone has time for that. And
15 minutes in the morning, even just the edit. We don't even have
Max.
to organize it. Just 15 minutes of an edit.
And then every morning when you get ready, we like to set up something called a daily drawer. It's that one drawer that has, your dental, if you wear contacts, if
Your
you
daily
Q-tips.
drawer, things that you know you need every single morning.
Okay, I'm already wrong in my bathroom because I'm like, okay, wait, where is this stuff?
Organized people are just too lazy to look for things.
And it's self-care. This is so important that people realize this. It is for your mental and physical well-being that you do stay organized.
It's
Yes.
also for my marriage. I mean, I am going to be celebrating 30 years of marriage this year, but my poor husband has watched me for decades
Yeah.
race around, particularly in the morning,
Yeah.
looking for things.
Looking for
and
things.
I have to stop and say to myself, and I'll say this on behalf of you as you're listening and watching too, we don't have to spend the rest of our lives as this version of ourselves,
No.
wasting time looking for things that we need.
No, and it's a muscle.
Absolutely.
Organizing is also a muscle. You don't have to be born good at it. You can learn to have a system that works for you, and you are organized. You can call yourself organized.
All right, well, let me ask you another question, because as you're listening or watching, maybe you feel the way that I feel, which is, how can I be successful at work? How can I raise kids and have them fed? How can I be in a relationship and my dogs get fed? And yet I can't manage my own house or my own closet without having a panic attack.
Well, okay, let's break that up a little bit.
Yeah.
First
Okay.
of all, what you just described, you're a really busy person, right? You
And
are
most of us are. Like, I'm sure all of your listeners are very busy people.
very
Yes.
busy. You are highly functioning. And you simply just need to take something off of your list, which is, again, not racing around the house trying to search for a million things. You actually deserve a break. You deserve to have some peace in your home so that you can deal with all the million things you have going on. If you are a super busy person, again, whether it's kids and work and feeding dogs and, signing homework slips and
It's a lot.
all the millions
It's
of
a
things, and organizing actually takes something off of your plate.
Yeah.
It is a small amount of energy to put into something that has such a long lasting effect, and it actually removes like a burden. It's not, it doesn't add to it. People have to rethink and shift their idea of what organizing is. It's not another chore.
No.
It actually removes so many chores from your plate because you just don't have to think about it. It's plug and play.
And I'm loving this idea of systems and the edit.
Yeah.
Because I've spent
The
a
key.
lifetime shoving things behind doors.
Yeah.
Putting things in
that's
baskets, like
overwhelming.
just trying to contain it
Of
all
course.
and like make it go away.
Well, and what's more overwhelming than opening a cabinet and having things tumble on you? What a way to start your morning. It's terrible.
Yes. But I had this question because I wonder, there are so many of us that feel like if we were just smarter or more disciplined, somehow our house would be more organized. Why do you think we tie clutter to our self-worth?
Well, first of all, let's break that apart completely. Okay. Clutter is not a character flaw. Okay. It is not.
Why does it feel like one?
Because I think we shame ourselves.
Yeah.
And we are here to literally remove the shame from everyone's mind and body. This is not something we have to hold on
Yeah.
to. We just, all it takes is a little bit of time and effort at the beginning for the longest reward.
Yeah.
We are not the clutter that we see, right? We can fix that. We can do something about that. And again, all it is an edit. We don't even need to get into the tenets of organizing. Clutter is a very solvable problem, which is so like exhilarating. Like what an amazing thing. It's like we struggle through so many things in life. Clutter just doesn't have to be one of them. Clutter's just, that's easy, Let's just remove it.
And we can solve it with the edit that you're
And
about
we
to
can
teach.
can. solve it with
Now,
the edit.
I will add one thing too. I think the spaces that you decide to start first, we want to start with the simplest, least what we call like a landmine space.
Okay.
Because what happens, a closet is the perfect landmine space. And one of the reasons that people, I think, don't even realize that they resist organizing is because they are afraid of what they might find in their brain of landmine issues. Let me give you some examples of what those landmine issues could be. Will these jeans ever fit again? I don't know. I wish I could lose more weight. I always thought I would be a different size. I always thought I would go back to this old size. Oh my God, I don't know if I should keep these jeans. Am I going to ever? Now I feel bad about myself. Okay, am I going to have another baby? Well, if I have another baby, I spent so much money on these maternity clothes and I only wore them once. It would be a shame to have another baby and now I have to buy the maternity clothes. God, do you think I should talk to my husband? Are we going to have another child?
Or just even the thought of, you know what? I spent money on that.
I
That
spent money
is the
on that
biggest
and I
thing.
never wore it. Or my grandmother gave it to me and I never liked it. So there's guilt associated with all these decisions too. And so that I think comes into play a lot of times with people having this like aversion to organizing because they're afraid to confront these bigger existential issues going on in their
And I
minds.
think that Joanna's exactly right. I think that those are the real issues why people resist it, but they use the fact that they don't have time. And I think that we all have a little bit of time. You spend a lot more time looking for things. You could spend very little time just being like, I actually don't like that.
Yeah,
You know?
I don't like that mug. It has a chip and I'm never going to get it fixed.
It doesn't match the others. Whatever it is, it's so much easier actually to just make decisions about things. We have to go through life making good decisions all day, every day. So why not let this be one of them? And again, start extremely small. Start in a space, like Joanna said, without landmines.
Yes,
like,
no landmines. A junk drawer has very few.
Yeah.
That's why we love a junk drawer. You're not that attached to a paperclip. Like,
Right.
let's be honest. And if it's bent out of shape and it's not going to work, it can go. Like, so we want to start with the small wins, and then you kind of get your muscle memory and you kind of build your confidence. And then you're like, oh, wait, you know what? I can actually do a cabinet too. Because maybe that mug is sentimental from college, or maybe it's not. But you start getting the muscle and you're like, you feel the reward and the endorphins start kicking in and you're like, I can
and
actually
then you're
do this.
off to the races.
Boom.
Thank you to today's partner, Expedia. You know, if you haven't booked your next trip yet, now's the time. Let me, your friend, remind you, you deserve to go do something exciting because travel can make you feel alive in so many different ways. In fact, research tells you and me that travel is one of the most important things that you can do for yourself, your happiness, your health. In fact, most people make a big life decision after traveling, and you don't have to go that far. Yeah, you could fly halfway around the world, but it could just be a quick weekend getaway or even exploring the neighboring town. It all counts as travel because you're getting out of your day-to-day and experiencing something new. And Expedia makes it easy. Flights, hotels, vacation rentals, cars, activities, all in one place. And when you bundle, you can save up to 30% with everything you need in one app. Life is short, so stop waiting and book the trip. And the beauty of having everything in one app with Expedia is that you can go from an idea to booked in minutes. No jumping between sites, no hassle. Sign in to save. Savings vary. Expedia, the one place you go to go places. So let's say I look around
Yeah.
at my house, from the
Yeah.
garage to if you're lucky enough to have an entry or a mudroom,
Sure.
to the kitchen, and all you see is like, oh my God, what's the first step?
Okay.
Okay, the very first step, let's just talk about a mudroom, right?
Okay.
Let's just say
Okay.
a mudroom or an entry, whatever you have, especially if you have kids, it is one of the places that we call Grand Central. It is where everyone comes in and out of. And it's where things get dropped and things get left. And it's like, well, this is my project pile and this is where the kids' backpacks are. And so the first thing you need to do is assess, does everything belong here?
Yes.
You know, like, are there things here like
Dirty
that-
socks? What? No, why are those there?
It should be
Because
in
I
the
have a
lawn.
21-year-old son.
All right,
who,
well,
like,
that's-
walks in the door and drops
And
him on the
that's
floor.
and we'll get into what
We'll
to do
get
with
into
family
that.
Okay, we'll
members
go to that.
too.
We'll
We'll
put
get
it in
into
this,
that.
and we're going to come back. We're going to stay on task.
Yes,
Okay.
we're gonna stay on
the
task.
very first thing you do is say, does all this belong in this space? And many times they don't. They should be in the garage. They should be up in someone's bedroom. They should, if there's a project pile, let's make a spot for that. So first, just assess quite simply what belongs here, what doesn't. That would be considered the edit.
I'm already picturing, and I bet as you're listening, you're doing the same thing. I'm in my Grand Central
Yep.
at my house.
Yes.
And I am mentally inside my grandmother's cabinet that sits next to the door. And I am mentally inside there going, why do we have the dog food in a
Exactly.
igloo cooler?
Right.
Why is there a
Exactly.
kind of vice thing that
Yeah.
belongs in the garage? Like, you
That's
are
right.
literally walking me mentally through
That's
the fact
right.
that half the stuff in that
Just
entry
doesn't belong.
Doesn't belong
It doesn't
there.
belong. And you know what? And a lot of times people don't do the organizing is because there's too many steps to put something away. And that's something we get into later too, which is like removing the barriers to entry and having simple systems so that things make sense.
Got it. Okay.
That is exactly what I was going to touch on next.
So as we're in your version of Grand Central,
Yeah.
whether you have a studio apartment or you have a big mansion,
exactly.
Right.
and you're visualizing this, and you're asking, does all of this belong in this
That's
space?
right.
What am I doing with it?
So, okay. So let's say now we're removing the things that don't belong, but there are still plenty of things that do belong. And why are they all on the floor? Okay. Now, we believe very simply just you can't fight the tide, right? If people come in through this door, if your kids come through this space, they are going to put their shoes here. Their backpack is going to go here. You're never going to get them to carry it to their room, right? We know
That's
that.
true.
So don't fight the tide. Create a home where it's going to end up. For instance, if shoes are going to come off, all you need to do, put a shoe bin there. At least it's contained. It's not all over the floor to trip all over.
If jackets need to stay there, then put hooks on the walls.
Put hooks.
Let's work vertical. Let's use the storage space vertically, especially in a small space. We are always hunting for spaces, and looking up is usually one of the best spaces.
Exactly. Always look up. Add hooks. Add a floating shelf. There are
External storage opportunities, carts and credenzas and all kinds of things that you can bring in that add storage opportunities.
And very simply, again, very inexpensively, adding hooks and a bin for shoes can take up, it can be such a solve for an entry, for a mudroom, for anything like that. The goal, I don't ever want to see things just laying on the ground.
No, nothing goes on the ground, in fact. Unless it's a rug, it should not be on the ground.
Right. Or a shoe bin, a basket. But again, the shoes are in the basket.
That's right.
It can be a very, very inexpensive thing. I don't care if you live in a studio apartment. In fact, if you do
find something for free on Facebook Marketplace,
that's right. There's tons of options there. And I'll back up 1 second. If you're walking in and there's 12 backpacks and you have 2 children, let's talk about that. Why do we need 12 backpacks here? Have we just been keeping them as the child getting a new backpack every single year? Okay, that's fine. Again, we're not going to focus on you bought. Now, don't get into your head with the landmine. Why did I buy a backpack every single year when they could have? Let's not go there.
Because they pressured me and everybody else
That's
got
right.
one.
And
then
you know
they're
what?
like crying in Staples.
You know
now
what?
I'm like,
and you
what
did
is
your
happening?
best.
Yes.
You did your absolute best at the time. But why are we doubling down now on them having 2 backpacks or 12 backpacks? Okay, let's remove that. Let's decide which backpacks do they actually use. Is there ones with holes? Let's get rid of those. Is there ones to donate? Let's have a donation.
Donation is a huge part of taking away the guilt. Taking away the guilt in what you bought your kids and what you bought yourself. Even in a junk drawer, if you're like, oh God, but like all these markers, I don't know. You know what?
Schools
who could use them?
Love them. Teachers would love them.
Schools. Kids need it is one of the essentials that they need to be able to go to school. There are so many things we can do with the items that we feel guilty about, quote, getting rid of.
Let's not have the guilt on top of everything else.
You don't need to do it.
We all have too much guilt.
I want to make sure I'm tracking, because where we're starting is you pick a place that's not a mental landmine.
That's right.
Which really narrows the focus for me in my house.
Okay.
Because I think there's a lot of mental landmines.
That's fair.
But I love that we're just going to start with Grand Central.
Yep.
Okay, we're just going to start there.
Okay.
And I love that you're basically saying a couple rules I want to make sure I'm following. Does all this belong here? And if it doesn't, then remove it or donate it.
Yep.
You also said nothing belongs on the floor except for the rug or your dog.
Right.
And so if
That's
you're
right.
looking for places, bins where it goes, look up vertical storage is
That's
always
right.
an option.
Behind a door, over
Behind
a
a
door.
door, over a door. Hooks are
Yep.
super cheap.
Yep.
And don't fight the tide.
That's right. You got it, Mel.
Stop turning Grand Central into an architectural digest photo shoot.
Exactly.
And just embrace Grand Central.
Yep.
Embrace it.
Got it.
If you know that every day, whether it's you or a partner, whatever, everyone gets the mail and the mail always goes right down on the
Oh my
counter.
God, can we talk about this?
All we need is a simple basket.
Tray. You need a
That's
tray.
it. A tray,
Or
a
a
basket. That's it.
Let's talk about paper clutter. Why do the entryways, the kitchen, why do the
Flat
counters?
surfaces, because it's just asking. You're just like, oh, this is a space I can put things on top of. So we also try, when it's possible, to not have additional flat spaces for things to get cluttered.
Like open flat spaces.
Yes, just
a
asking.
flat space is fine, but just an open, empty spot
Yeah.
is asking for clutter.
No, that's where you put a tray. And you have the tray designated for mail, for keys, for wallets, whatever it's for. It's a home for something. It's not just an open, endless sea of whatever wants to go there.
What do we do about the kitchen island? Because what drives me crazy,
Yes.
maybe it drives you crazy as you're listening, is, okay, we've gone through Grand Central.
Yep.
You enter into the kitchen, and I swear to God, I spend
All right.
an hour every day picking up my husband's glasses,
Yep.
my son's keys, the mail that somebody just
Yep.
put
Yep.
there,
Yep.
the other, they've
'cause
emptied their pockets.
It's the second Grand Central.
It is.
The kitchen island is?
Yes, it
The
is.
kitchen in general.
That's exactly right.
It's
So am I
also
supposed to
Grand
embrace
So
that
the
it
same
is?
rules
Or
apply
like,
here. That's the good thing is that the rules are the same. Okay, so
Okay.
now we're going to see what doesn't belong here. Keys don't belong on the kitchen island. They sure do not.
But they could belong in a tray. or
That's
something.
exactly
Yeah.
right. They don't just belong on the kitchen island.
Basically, here's one rule that we just really embrace. We do not like a free floating item. It should have a home. If this pen is just like right there, well,
Now it's
doesn't-
on my kitchen
it doesn't
island
belong
right
there.
now,
No.
I guarantee
It doesn't
you.
belong there. Have a pen cup.
Yeah.
Have
Have
a
a
tray.
drawer.
Have a drawer.
You know what I just realized? I just realized that I have an opinion about where my husband's reading glasses belong.
Okay.
Great.
Like you just said, it doesn't have a home.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it's because I think the home is on his face. They do not belong at home on the kitchen counter.
Yeah.
Same with Oakley's keys. I think they belong in his car or up in his room.
Yeah.
But they end up on the kitchen counter. And now
Because
I'm okay.
You can't
You're
fight the
fighting the
tide.
tide.
You're fighting the tide.
Yeah. So this is the tide. This is exactly what we're talking about. We're not going to fight it because that's just going to make everybody.
It's going to make you crazy.
It will.
It has made me.
And we talk
I
about
am crazy.
This is what we also talk about: a me problem and a them problem. So this is something we really talk about, and it's easy. We'll give the example of both of our children's bedrooms. Okay. We ask our children separately. We don't live together. We are married.
Shockingly,
with kids.
We
our
are
own
married to other people with
with
children.
kids.
Yes.
But separately, we both ask that our children make their beds. Well, okay, they most of the time do. It turns out both of us hate the way our kids make the beds.
Yeah.
So now I go back and remake the bed the way that I want it. That's a me problem. They did their best. They made the bed, but I don't like how they made the bed because it's not up to my standard. That's a me problem.
For instance, you put a basket down for shoes in the mudroom or entryway. Well, they might just toss them in and it looks a mess and whatever. I want them lined up nicely. That's a me problem.
That's right.
It's a them problem if the shoes are on the floor, not in the bin.
That's
so
right.
you have to set up systems that your family, your household, whoever you live with, that it's really simple and that everyone can follow and understand. Because if they leave the keys or the glasses not in the home that you helped create,
yes,
That's a them problem.
That's a them problem.
And that's
Got
something
it.
that needs to be worked on.
So I don't have a home for those things,
Right.
which is why they keep
That's
ending
why-
up, and that's a me problem.
That's
so I
right.
got to create a home.
then you
That's the
create the
thing.
home, and then it's a them problem if they don't follow it.
oh my God, I love this.
yeah, it's a me and a them problem.
Got it.
Yeah.
This is actually kind of simple.
It is.
It is.
Organizing
Wow.
is simple.
Okay, let's talk about editing.
Okay.
Because when you said, okay, we're not even going to talk about organizing, let's just talk about first this editing,
Yes.
because
Yeah.
editing will free you.
It
It's
will.
magic.
And I also assume editing is how I implement the 80-20 rule.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that
Absolutely.
the any space only 80% full,
Yep.
that the 20% allows me to breathe, and editing is the thing that will set me free.
You're right.
It will.
So I'm assuming editing means decide what to keep and decide what to trash. So how do
Yes.
you edit?
So the rules for editing.
Okay.
An item has to fall into one of these buckets in order to keep it. All right. You either need it, a toilet plunger. You use it, a toaster, spatula,
Right.
whatever it is. You use it, and you love it. You actually just you're attached to it. You just love it.
It brings you joy for whatever reason that might be. It's somebody gave it to you that you love. It represents something to you that you love. Whatever reason, you don't have to justify it. You just know you love it. It makes you happy.
You need it, you use it, or you love it. Aside from need, use, and love, there's one other bucket, and that is sentimental. And sentimental, you might say, well, I love the things that are sentimental, but that's not always true.
So
Sometimes it's a special item that you just feel
You can't get rid
like
of.
you can't get rid of. Now, there are two rules within sentimental. Okay. You either need to use it or store it appropriately. When people tell us that this whatever sweater from their grandma is really important or whatever it is, that it's sentimental, and it's just shoved on a back shelf, I question how special it actually is to them because you are not honoring the item. If it actually is special and sentimental, you need to either be like, I'm going to put this in a keepsake box at the top of the closet, or I'm going to have it framed. You have to honor whatever it is.
Yeah.
But if it's something that you're like, I just can't get rid of it, it's like,
Yes.
then you need to honor it and display it or honor it and store it.
Now, there's a rule with the storing it. Because some people, everything can fall into sentimental.
Of course.
It can become a very slippery slope. So what you have to do is put up a little bit of a guardrail and decide, in my house, my studio apartment or my huge house, doesn't matter. This is how much space I want to allot to my sentimental value of stuff. So whether it's the size, maybe you have 6 bins and they're the size of this table. Maybe it's a whole garage full. But you have to assign a value of how much all the stuff means to you and then decide what's worth keeping and going through that stuff and making sure that it really has value to you because there's also a dollar amount tied to the sentimentality. People think about how much you pay in a mortgage or how much you pay in a rent. How much stuff are you just holding on for the sake of holding on that's taking up so much valuable real estate in your house that you could be otherwise have other things or just breathing free air there.
Yeah.
So these are all like decisions to kind of think through in other ways to make the value seem more rational.
Yeah.
So when I go through this edit list, I need it.
Yep.
I use it. I love it.
That's right.
And then we've got this little subcategory
Yes.
with a giant red flag called sentimental.
That's right.
Because this is where we fall into starting to hoard and keep things.
That's
right.
right. It's a slippery slope.
Because you can justify, well, blah, 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 blah.
Absolutely.
And so we can correct ourselves by going, okay, well, am I actually honoring it?
Yep.
Or is it on display?
Yeah.
Because
Is
if
it
not,
just shoved in the back corner? Doesn't
Yeah.
seem special to
then
me.
it's really not that sentimental. But
Right.
here's what I didn't hear. Should.
Right.
I should hold on to it.
Well, the thing is, we don't believe in that. we just don't. If it should, that to me does not equal a desire, a want, a need. It's like putting this like imaginary, well, I should. Shoulds are not powerful.
And they feel powerful. That's the thing. They
I
feel
should keep
so
it.
powerful. But what are they? It's not that you want to or that you need to. It's just that you should.
I would always question, well, why? Tell me why you should. Is it because you think that someone's really going to come over and look for that tea towel? Because they're not. Like, no one is.
I can't believe you just said tea towel.
Because everyone
I
know.
just was sitting here thinking, because you can't help but listen to you two and start to mentally go through your
Sure, of
thing.
course.
And so as I'm going to
Yeah.
edit, I'm like, okay, need, use. And I was standing in my kitchen and I thought sentimental. And I have my grandmother's
Okay.
china,
Great.
Absolutely.
beautiful harvest pattern.
Yep.
And it's on display
Great.
in a cabinet.
That's perfect.
I never use it, but I
Right, that's
love
okay.
seeing it.
That's
perfect.
But that's exactly right.
Do you know how many doilies and broken pieces of costume jewelry I have jammed into
No.
a door in my closet? Because
Okay.
a drawer in my closet because I should hold
No,
on
but
to
let's
it, and
talk
then I'm
about
like
it.
a bad granddaughter.
let's
if
talk about
I
that.
don't want this stuff.
No.
Even like I didn't even know my great grandma. Like I
No, right.
the plates
Yes.
mean a lot.
That's
to me.
Yes.
right. And
that's the difference.
that's
when
the difference.
we question, we have to push back on people, right?
Well, I feel like a bad person if I'm ditching broken costume jewelry from the 1920s.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And we always push back when someone says it's special. And I want to know why. And I want to know if, again, your china on display is
Look how you lit up when you were talking about the china
I
on
love
display.
it. And I have some vases
Yes.
from her that are cut
Makes you
glass. They're
happy.
incredible. I
Look
use
how you
them.
lit up, and
I
now
love
this
them.
doily brings you down.
Oh my God, there's a doily next to the broken jewelry.
Yes. And let's talk about this too, because this
That
is
doesn't mean anything.
This
No,
is another
means
way to know
nothing.
what means something and what doesn't mean something. Okay, so what in part of our process, we like to categorize things. So what this does is allow you to see the totality of a category. So say it's all your great grandmother's or your grandmother's stuff. What if you brought all of the things that your great grandmother has ever given to you and put it all in one space and you're able to see, okay, all of that stuff takes up this table. Well, actually, I love these dishes and the rest of it means nothing to me. Well, you're representing your great grandmother through the stuff that you love. Why are we holding on to
she wouldn't want you to have a bunch of broken
costume
junk
jewelry?
in a drawer.
Look how much you are honoring her, and this makes you so happy,
Yes.
and this brings you down. And what are we doing
And
here?
it's
she's
taking
dead
up
anyway,
space.
so what is
right,
she-
exactly.
There
Well,
you go.
and she wouldn't want this. I know
she
her.
might.
I know her. But
Maybe somebody else wants it, then you donate it. Okay, that gets into another conversation. But I mean, thinking about it, seeing it all together, which is part of our process, even with not just sentimental stuff, but like anything. You have 40 pens. What, do we need all 40? Can you have 10?
Right.
You know, like let's see the totality of something to really make those decisions easier.
Now let's talk about the crap that does not fall into that category. And I have wrestled myself to the ground, and I've got some things.
Okay.
I've got, let's use the example of pens.
Okay.
I've got 20 extra pens
Okay.
that I do not need.
Okay.
I have clothes that don't fit. I have other things over here. Now I've created piles.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I have piles that are like, okay, get rid of this, donate this.
Okay.
Am I reselling
We
that?
have a
But now I'm
lot of
super
thoughts about this,
complicated.
as you can
Okay.
imagine. To start, if the piles are categorized and they're all jeans, you're starting the organizational process.
Right. You're really 2/3 of the way through. Then we talk about containment. And containment doesn't have to be a bin. It doesn't have to be drawer inserts. I mean, obviously, we like to operate that way. But again, you can do this for free without.
Okay.
You need to have guardrails for any item that you're keeping. Any. So if it's denim, whether you hang it or fold it or whatever it is, you only have X amount of space. I don't care if you live in a humongous mansion or a studio apartment. You only have X amount of
That's
space.
right.
So your items that you keep cannot exceed your space. It's the 80-20 rule. So if you have 20 extra pens in your drawer, you're taking up now too much space.
And now you can't fit a pair of scissors because you have too many pens.
Well, I can't open the drawer because the scissors are jammed in there because there's too many pens.
That's right. It's always the scissors and the rolling pins. It's always those two things.
Right. And the potato masher.
Always.
Potato masher always gets in the way.
Yeah.
But it's about, you have to think about containment. And if you're not using drawer inserts or things like that, then you have to just assign a containment kind of in your brain for like, this is where pens go. I can only fit X amount, which means I have to actually get rid of some.
Right.
And it's the 80-20 rule.
And the containment goes back to the categorization, because if you can see that you have 20 pens, when things are all scattered all over, you have no idea what you even own. And then you end up wasting money because you're buying it over and over again.
It's so true. And
But
then I have 40 pens.
That's
not
right.
20 pens.
But if you see them all together, again, this comes back to, you don't have time to not be organized. Like, once you're organized, you save so much time and so much money.
Right.
All right. Well, we'll come to into the details of the organization and containment in a little bit. First, I want to make sure we understand editing.
Yep.
And we talked a little bit about pens and scissors. Let's talk about the junk drawer that we all have that gets out of control. And I would love for you to walk us through a zero-cost way to take the disaster in a drawer and edit and organize.
Well, someone brought us your drawer, Mel.
Yep.
Wait.
We actually, I'm so sorry to tell you.
And at this late stage.
Did you call Chris?
I am so sorry to put you on blast like
have
this.
your junk drawer.
I know this is your show, and this.
Oh my gosh.
This is your junk drawer.
It is.
Okay, show it to the audience so everyone can see.
They don't need to see. Oh my God.
So let's this is perfect because we can go through all the steps right now with you. This is gonna be the edit.
The first step with an edit is you have to take it all out.
And there's no way around it.
There's no way around it.
Pretty
because,
way.
And let me explain why. Okay.
And I'm going to start just going.
There's no way around it, because if you just looked in here, whether it's a closet, a drawer, whatever, it's very easy to say, this all belongs. This all stays. But when you pull it out, you actually have to make a conscious decision about putting it back.
It's active versus passive.
Oh my gosh. You know what I've done with our junk drawer? I'm glad you're doing this, so now I don't have to do it. But what I love, at least I have a rubber band ball.
You do
and not
have
rubber bands everywhere.
That's right. You do.
I will arrange one little bit of it.
Yes.
Like one little side tray thing of it, and I might pick out the fuzz or somehow the dog hair or the old Band-Aid is in there.
Yes.
And then I'm like, okay, God, okay, just shut this thing.
Right, because you have to do the edit.
Look at how much stuff is in there.
It's
if you're
always
listening,
amazing how much comes out.
Oh my
I know.
gosh, duct tape, glue stick.
So then
air. Oh my God, the card that was missing from the cribbage game last night.
There you
the
go.
Joker. Like, why is this in here? You know what I mean?
know.
One card is not.
Oh, I know, because we didn't need it for the game.
Okay.
So somebody put it on the freaking kitchen island.
Okay.
And then I got frustrated when I was cleaning.
Right.
So I then put the card in the junk drawer because I didn't want to see it. Oh my God, look at the receipts in there.
Yeah, so let's.
Oh my God,
Well,
all
like,
those cords.
There are
and
a
the
few
broken...
things that we can just like this.
What is that? I don't even know.
I don't even know what
it's
it
like
is.
a part to something that I don't
Okay,
know,
we
but
don't
we're
even
holding
know.
on to it
We
in
don't
case
even know.
I need to find the other
One
part. I don't
spoon
know.
matches.
Nail
And
polish.
this coffee cup lid.
Oh,
This doesn't belong in here.
no.
No.
So-
and
Oh
I
my
don't
God,
think
the bracelets. I don't even know who those are.
Okay. So like already you're seeing, but see what we're doing right now is we're categorizing this stuff so you can see even in the little drawer the totality of each thing.
These are like your
So,
little
like,
erasers.
we've got
These
a
are your
few
little
highlighters.
I hate half of those style of pens. Like,
Okay.
I would not use
Okay,
that pen.
Let's.
Well, I've got one chopstick.
Okay. Yeah, one
Yeah,
chopstick.
One chopstick.
All right, we've got some sunscreen. Okay. So there's some office supplies in here.
Yep.
Which is,
Here's a little office supply section that
Okay.
I'm putting together.
all right. And then we've got some laundry. Like, okay, that could, I can make a case for this.
Yeah. So even
A Tide
before,
pen.
even before we get into like, do you want these pens or this pen? I think it's just a very even cursory look at being like, okay,
The bracelets don't
like,
belong here.
nail polish does not need to be in a
Right.
junk drawer.
But
Tea
we're-
bags
oh my
do
God,
not
you're
need to
right,
be
you're
in
right,
a junk
You're
drawer.
right, but
These are
I
office
feel so
supplies.
conflicted because I'm like, where else am I going to put it?
No, that's where.
Wait, hold on. Let's actually ask a question. Do you paint your nails in a place that's next to this junk drawer?
No,
No.
Okay.
Okay. Where would you paint your nails?
my bathroom.
Okay,
After
then
I
it
took a
belongs
bath,
in
I
your
would
bathroom.
sit on the floor of my bathroom.
That's where it goes.
That's where it
This
goes.
goes in the bathroom.
I can only do a good job on my toenails if I'm sitting
That's where it goes.
There you go. That's where it goes.
on the
bathroom.
floor. But here's the truth.
Okay.
I
Say it.
Say it.
Say it. Say it.
I don't even know why I have nail polish
Do
because
you
I'm
You go
paint
get-
your nails?
I don't often get a manicure. I only get a manicure or pedicure when we're taping episodes in Boston. Otherwise, I live in Vermont. Like,
Okay.
I don't know why. I bet I have 8 bottles of nail polish
Okay.
lying around in different drawers.
Would you want to have nail polish in your house, or would you never
No.
choose? Okay, then we don't even need
I
this.
wear the same. I need nail polish remover.
Okay, great.
Great.
Perfect.
So never buy nail polish
So
again.
what do I do? Because those are full.
Then you can donate it to someone? Yeah.
Okay.
Or like
Just
the
donate.
daughter or
Okay,
anyone.
well, we're going to talk about how we do that because I have a hard time moving from the pile of donate.
okay, we'll talk about that.
Put a pin in that.
But okay, like for instance, this was a list at some point that has been spilled on, and you can't even read it because
It was
of the water
probably
stains.
something that Chris asked me to do, and then I spilled on it, and I put it then in the drawer because I would come back to it later.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm guessing you either did
Okay,
it or
throw
you
that out.
didn't
No,
do
that's
it. but
dated
okay, yeah.
February.
All right.
Okay.
And
So we're going to take that out.
this-
Tea bags can move to the kitchen.
I don't even like Irish breakfast
Okay,
tea. I don't know what those are
Amazing.
doing
I
in
do.
there.
I'll take them.
Okay.
You
All
know,
right.
see, you're
That
donating.
duct tape belongs in the garage.
Okay.
Right?
So this is a keep, but it doesn't belong in the junk drawer. And look how
Yes.
much space this takes
But
up.
what belongs in a junk drawer?
Well,
I'll tell you.
Well, let's ask you. Okay, so is this drawer from your office or is this from the kitchen?
This one is for the kitchen.
Okay, so in a kitchen, let's talk about the things that you would need. You don't need this in the kitchen.
I don't need
Okay.
duct
Would you use if you spill? Would you use a Tide pen in the kitchen?
Probably not.
No.
I'd probably run upstairs.
Okay, so this does
Right.
not live
Or
here.
I'd take a little bit of the Dawn like dish
Right,
soap.
totally.
And
So
put it
that
my
goes
thing.
in the laundry
This
room.
is trash.
Yeah, that's trash.
Here,
That's
I
a
have a trash
coffee
pile
lid.
over here.
Okay.
Does a keychain belong in the kitchen?
It doesn't even have keys in it.
No,
I
it
don't know
starts-
where the hell that came
Does
from.
this matter to you at all?
No.
No, it goes.
I didn't know
It
what
goes.
that is.
No,
it goes. It goes in a donate pile. Now, twine could belong in a kitchen, but do you use it as such?
No, because I have a drawer that has twine, wrapping paper, and my scissors for cutting flowers.
Okay,
that's separate,
so
and
this
it's beautifully
goes-
organized, which I love.
This goes into that bin. What about these headphones?
Yeah, they're broken.
Okay, they go.
They must. I blame Oakley.
This
They
goes.
did those
We
things.
don't have to donate everything. If it's broken, it's trash.
Okay. Now, bracelets and hair ties.
Hair ties I would need in a junk drawer.
Okay, great.
Perfect.
And the bracelets,
I don't know who those belong
they
to.
can go.
They can
Okay.
go.
All right.
Okay.
Now, like, what is this? Like
I
a
don't know what that is.
whiteout? Okay.
I'm
so
not
you don't
looking
eat-
for that in the junk drawer.
Okay.
This
and
is cuticle cream.
No, I do not need cuticle cream.
Okay.
do you sharpen pencils?
Not in the kitchen.
Okay. So it can go in like somewhere else.
Okay.
All right.
Yes,
I
need
agree.
a tape measure in the
Absolutely.
kitchen.
Okay.
And that is an appropriate thing. A pair of scissors you need
Yes,
in the kitchen.
I need
do you use
those-
sunscreen in the kitchen?
No.
Sometimes. Okay. No.
Nope.
So this can go somewhere else. The nail polish is
If I weren't donating the nail polish, I would go put it with the sunscreen because it would probably go in my bathroom.
okay.
Right.
Well, let's put that. This is donate, but she'll keep the sunscreen.
Okay.
Okay.
And now we have
A random
4
screen.
birthday candles.
Oh God, the birthday candles are tough
Yeah.
Okay.
because you kind of feel like you might need them at some
Okay.
point.
Do you have an entertaining area?
A who?
Like an
Okay.
entertaining little
I'm going to
drawer?
take that as a no.
No.
Okay.
But you know what you do have right here is an empty box.
Yes.
So let's at least put so that they're not free floating. Candles are kind of something that I feel like would just be like rolling around your drawer. So let's actually use the
But
lid.
does she want them in the kitchen? I
Well,
guess so. Okay, fine.
That makes sense.
Okay. All right. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I would put the matches. You've matches on the table. Put
Yep.
the matches in with the box. of the
Okay.
bag.
There you go.
see, now you have
Okay.
a little birthday
Great.
celebration
Great.
bin. You have some erasers. You have another thing of matchsticks. Let's
Okay.
put all the matchsticks
Right.
together.
A random spoon. Does
No.
this belong to anything?
No, I mean it'd be cute in a sugar bowl.
Would
but
you use it?
I don't know.
Would you be happy to see this?
You can move it to where your
I don't know.
utensils
I
are.
feel like I should keep it.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
But-
But
Oh,
I
it
didn't
should.
do the edit. I
No,
did. I
it
didn't.
should.
I
Neither
don't
should.
need it. I haven't used it. I don't love it.
Okay, then
Great.
it can go.
donate. See how perfect?
All right.
Take the word should out of your
Yeah.
vocabulary.
Okay, this charger, we don't know.
That one I could use because it's a C.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Rubber bands you use?
Yeah, we can go into
Yeah,
donate.
I don't know the last time I looked for a
That's
rubber
when-
band.
who
Honestly,
uses rubber
who
bands?
wrote?
I don't know. You took the time to make a ball out of it.
No, that's how they come.
Oh,
That's how they
clearly I don't use rubber bands. Okay, so we'll take that away. Right.
That
who
could go
use-
in the garage with the duct tape. I
Okay,
don't
yeah,
think.
that's fine.
That's fair.
It's
That's
like
fair.
a useful item, I guess.
Yeah, but like none of us use it. There's 3 of us sitting here that
I
none
know.
of us use the rubber bands.
Okay, so you seem to be a list maker, so let's keep
Oh
a
God!
pad.
Just rip the thing off the top.
All
I don't
right.
even
Let's
know where I
start
made
over
that
with the list.
Yes.
now with all your flowers
Now, can I
and
just say
stuff-
something about that list right there?
Yeah.
That pad is too small. I don't
Oh,
like that pad.
you don't
Let's
like
get
the
rid of
pad.
that pad.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel freed up.
You
right?
see?
Yes,
Isn't
just
this
wait.
addicting? Okay, this sounds like it goes with your flowers and the stuff that makes
Oh,
you happy.
I actually yes, I need a place for thank you cards.
Now, do you want that in your desk drawer or your kitchen drawer, or do you want it with your flowers
With
and the
gift wrap.
twine and all that stuff?
I don't think I have room there because I got to contain it.
Okay. Now, but where would you go to look for it in your head? Like, if you had the room, where would it make more sense?
I'd probably put it in the junk drawer because I've got pens in there.
Great.
Okay,
that's fine. And you know what? That's fair.
If it makes sense to you, it's okay.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And it doesn't have to make sense to us. It has to make sense to you. You live there.
The smartest system, bar none, is what works for you. Period. The end. Not what works for us.
No.
What works for you. So, and this one chopstick, I'm going to put on the chopping block.
You know what the most valuable thing of this whole thing is? That you actually pulled everything out.
Yes, you have to.
Because otherwise it's too passive. It's so easy to be like,
yeah.
I use all that.
Especially with clothes too. Oh, yeah, I'll wear that. No. It all has to come out. And that's why we don't do that.
We're going
to
do that as a separate conversation.
That's a separate conversation.
That's
already overwhelming.
Will you put this back? Do you know which card?
Deck of cards.
Yes, that it goes to? No.
I feel like I should put that back.
Okay, will you? Or is it going to be, is it
going to be a chore?
And if the barrier to entry is too high, sitting in here and taking
I don't play a single card game that requires a joke.
No,
okay,
none of them do.
We do not need it.
Okay, great.
If you took the card out and there's not a single game that requires it, let's lose it.
Okay, great.
Okay, you have a couple coupons.
I don't even know what they're for.
Cat food.
Cat food, he doesn't eat it, so throw it
Okay.
out. Like
Great.
Noodle
Mel,
makes it.
can we just celebrate like what you've already done in 5 minutes?
Look at what you're down to. You're down to things that actually just live in this drawer.
Need, use, or love.
That's it. It's so
Wow.
simple.
And now watch. We're not going to spend any money.
Okay, and you know what? I can do more.
Okay.
I only like the black pen, the blue pen, and the green pen. Get rid of the rest of the
Okay.
crap. I
Here
don't
we
like
go.
that stuff.
They go to a teacher.
Jeez, that was a little
There
aggressive.
you go.
Okay.
But okay, yeah.
All right. And do you use these?
What are
The
they?
little Post-it tabs? They're kind
Oh,
of
yeah,
I
she
love
does.
these.
She
I
does.
love
use
these.
those.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, and do you
the
use
mail.
little panda
Are these,
erasers?
Are these just envelopes?
I do not
No, there's
use
a bill in.
erasers.
Oh, okay.
You do not use erasers.
No,
Okay.
I don't need an eraser.
Okay, this
Somebody
is-
else
this
put
is
that in.
empty.
Oh my god.
So-
okay.
And where does the mail typically go?
It typically ends up on the kitchen island, and then
Okay.
I passive aggressively drop it on Chris's dress.
Okay, that's fine. So it goes there, passive aggressively or not, doesn't matter.
We'll find
he's
you a new
home,
tray.
boy.
We don't have
I am-
judgment about passive aggressive
Yes.
behavior. That's
No,
not our segment.
Yeah, that's not our brand. We don't
The
care.
mail belongs on Chris's
That's right. So
desk
that can go-
because he sits at it 5 days
There
a
you
week,
go,
and then
Chris.
it'll actually get opened, and the bills will get
That's-
paid. And
Amazing.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And you
Yeah,
have
no,
a pack of
we love
batteries
Chris.
that are contained. So, and I'm sure you need batteries.
I have a different drawer that has batteries.
There
in
you
it.
go. So it does
But
not.
I don't know, now that I'm realizing this, I need to do this with every drawer in my kitchen because I've got a bunch of
'Cause you have
drawers where
stuff
there's stuff that's
that's-
mismatched.
That's where the corralling and categorizing comes into play.
But you know
and
what?
I don't need you to spend a whole weekend doing this. I could just do one drawer
at a time.
Right.
One
and
drawer at
that's
a
why
time.
the barrier to entry is so low, and that's why it's so freeing. How free do you feel now? Look, wait until we just put this all back.
I feel even better knowing you did it. Like I know I can do this.
You can.
You just did.
Okay, and then you've got these old box lids that you're using,
Yeah,
and that
we
way
are.
you don't have to buy drawer dividers.
No,
you
right.
just use box
You
lids.
absolutely can. Now you
That's
have extra.
genius.
You have extra envelopes. Are you
No,
ever
get rid of the envelopes.
Okay, we just need
I'm
one.
starting to feel like you kind of get on a roll here.
That's the
That's the
endorphins
thing.
kicking in. It's so freeing. It's like shopping, but the opposite. It's so exhilarating.
Shopping, but you know what we're shopping for? Space.
Space. You're shopping for space.
I can see what you mean now about you can't afford not to do this.
Exactly.
Yes.
And another thing that I just recommend, this is what I would do especially if like things need to now move to other places, just have a little basket with you so that all of these things just go in the basket. And then you just walk around your house, you put it in the garage, you put it in your bathroom.
I literally want to run out of here and be like, throw away that mug. Get rid of
No,
this.
it's powerful.
Put this where it,
It is,
needs
and
to
this
be.
is this is so manageable, and this is why we always say start with a drawer because see how excited you are.
I really do feel excited.
Yeah.
And I what I also like about this is I've always made the mistake of thinking that, okay, I gotta take the whole weekend.
No.
I gotta take the whole weekend.
No.
And I'm gonna tear apart the kitchen.
No,
I'm gonna redo all that stuff.
30 minutes. Take 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as that. One other important rule for someone wanting to start this process,
Yes.
just like we did here, do not start and edit. Do not take out more than you can put away in the same day. Meaning, don't just take everything out of your closet
Yeah.
and then what? The reason why we also love a drawer, you can go from A to Z with a very, within 30 minutes. And the great thing is going from A to Z in a small space is the same thing as going to A to Z in a big space. The rules are the same.
That's right.
Got
It just takes more time.
That was so helpful. And the edit's easy.
Easy.
Do I use it? Do I need it? Do I love it?
That's
Easy.
right.
Awesome. All right. I have more questions.
Okay,
Now that
I'm
we've
gonna
gone
take
from
the drawer away.
All right, let's take all this stuff away.
All right, I'm going to take the
Because
drawer
I want to
away.
go from drawers to other parts of the house.
Okay, let's
Okay.
do that.
So let's talk about the big mistakes and traps.
Okay.
It's a Saturday morning.
Yes.
Okay.
Kids are out. Partner's gone.
Okay.
Sounds
I
amazing.
got a burst of motivation,
Yes.
and now I decide I'm
Okay.
going to declutter and
We are.
organize and edit.
That's
So what's the big mistakes that I'm about to make?
Well, you started saying them all together. Organize, declutter, and edit all at the same time. Let's just start with an edit. Let's start there and let's pick a reasonable space to start with, which are the drawers. So they could be bathroom drawers, they could be kitchen drawers. Let's start with drawers. If this is your first big go at it, let's get you really comfortable and feeling good about yourself. And once you finish that drawer doing the edit, go to the next one if you still have energy. But one by one, we're not going to take apart the entire kitchen all in one Saturday morning when you think you have a burst of energy that's going to last all day. It won't. We'll just spare you the good news. It will not last all day. It will last an hour until you're in the fetal position in the corner because it's too overwhelming.
It's too overwhelming. Again, this whole experience should make you feel good,
Yeah.
not bad. You should not have any shame. You should not have any guilt.
No.
You should not be
Put on some
overwhelmed
good
and
music
exhausted.
and just get excited about this because it's an opportunity. It's not a chore.
bathroom drawers, also a
Oh,
great place
Love
to
a
start.
bathroom drawer.
Great place to
So
start.
satisfying. Also, it's like the last thing you see and the first thing you see in the morning and the last thing before bed. And so to start your day and end your day that way feels so satisfying.
I am guilty of holding on to like makeup products or samples. It's still like, well, like what if I run out? Or I might want that color. Or, like maybe I'll learn how to use eyeshadow one day. I don't
won't.
know.
You won't.
I won't. I think
No.
that ship has sailed. But makeup products, they're just so small that you're like, well, I can fit it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that you should fit it.
How much more would you rather have the clear space than a peptide lotion you don't know how to use?
It's just,
Like,
It's true.
it
That's
is true.
that's the thing to think about. Do I want the item or do I want the space?
That's
and
both.
if you get stuck, that binary decision is the best way to get out of being stuck, especially in a closet. Like, oh, I can't decide. Well, do you want the space? Do you want the breathing space? Do you want the extra hanger? Or do you want that pair of jeans?
Oh, I am going to be repeating that as my mantra
Yeah.
Mhm.
for the rest of my life.
It really
Because it's
serves
binary
you.
and there's no gray area.
Right. It's
Whoa.
just, you have to follow those rules. You only have so much space.
That's right.
And I myself, again, I am ruthless with everything in my house. But I love to shop. I just do. I love shoes. I love handbags. I love clothes. But
Technology.
I will get rid of
She will.
other items.
She
Oh,
is
so do you have like a
ruthless.
one in, one out rule?
I kind of do.
Yeah.
She kind of doesn't. I can tell.
No,
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 she
no, no, no.
does. She has to get rid of. It's usually three in, three out. It's like it comes
Right,
in.
right. I'm not
She
quite
loves to
at a
shop.
one in, one out because I do believe in having space in the closet. Here's a rule I have for myself. I will not buy new hangers. I don't need any more.
Ooh.
The hangers they completely match the space I have. If I need to add hangers, then I'm shoving things into my closet.
Oh.
So if I get into a one in, one out, that means like I'm not adding a hanger to accommodate my new clothes. I will purge.
She is ruthless.
I'm hardcore.
Yeah.
Wow. Why does mess always come back?
It really comes down to putting systems in like a situation that is so sustainable and easy and simple. So when a mess comes back, I generally think it's like, okay, Joanna and I obviously organize. We spend the time organizing our homes. If we create a system that's too complicated or don't put in a system at all, the mess will come back. If you're only tidying up a space
Mhm.
and not truly organizing it, the
Oh.
mess comes back. It's all organizing is, if you really want to keep it as organized as the day you did it, you just have to create simple, realistic systems and set realistic expectations. A lot of it comes down to a me versus them. Is it a me problem or a them problem?
Uh-huh.
If I don't even care if it's a kid's playroom. You just put big floor bins for like blocks
That's
for
right.
dolls. If you
Don't
start-
have Disney doll
No.
princess
Oh my
dolls here.
God,
But
I
people
did that.
people do go down the path because it's easy to do and because you do it one day and you
and
get
they
excited.
get excited.
And then the thing is it's too hard to maintain and then all the wheels fall off the bus.
Like, okay, for instance, for a pantry, we love pantries.
Love.
We could do a whole episode on pantries.
oh my God.
Okay.
Nothing's more fun.
Every pantry could be organized and look great by just having 6 categories, just bins, a simple bin.
What are the 6 categories?
It's breakfast, dinner,
Uh-huh.
snacks, baking, cooking, dessert.
That's it. Thank you.
That's it. And
Again, if you have the space and this is fun for you to have micro categories, have at it.
Right.
It can look beautiful. It's so fun. But if you are a busy professional or a busy person just in general, just the 6 categories and you are off to the races
just
with organization.
simple systems. And one of the keys to maintenance is a label.
Yes.
And again, that feels like it's just an aesthetic situation, and it is not. Labels are a set of instructions for the household.
I love this. Oh my gosh. I am going to have so much fun this weekend. What is the hardest thing that people seem to have trouble getting rid of?
Denim.
Denim?
We have had to make many, many aspirational denim categories in a closet because people feel like they're always going to be able to fit in to their old jeans.
And I would say just generally clothes. Clothes are so
Clothes are really hard.
because it's the emotional piece that goes with clothes. There's so many triggers in a closet that it's so hard. So once you are ready for the closet, just give yourself grace and know that you may come across things that are hard for you to face and be patient with yourself because it is hard.
Okay. You were masterful in walking us through the drawer. If somebody
Yes.
starts with the drawers,
Okay.
Okay.
we're doing one drawer at a time.
Yep.
We're getting good. We
Yep.
got the pens.
Yep.
We are really starting to feel motivated.
Yeah.
We got the 6 different items in the pantry.
You got it.
We have handled Grand Central.
Yes. We're working through the house.
Yes,
cruising.
we're working through the house. I'm realizing my systems
Yeah.
are simple. I'm able to get things where they're supposed to be. I'm not buying more stuff. I'm starting to feel like, oh my God, I've got more space. I'm feeling good about this.
Yes.
Now I'm ready for the closet.
Okay.
How do you want us to think?
You still need to start
Do I have to
super
empty the
small.
whole thing out?
Not at once. Do not
So
do
do
that at
one
once.
drawer?
Or one category.
Or
So
like one, bank of clothes or whatever.
And are there categories? I know it's a weird question.
Yeah.
Like in the pantry, is
Yeah.
there a are there-
pajamas, workout.
okay, give me the categories in a closet.
Generally
the
speaking,
categories like represent themselves.
Yeah, so
you
it's
know?
like pajamas, exercise, work, leisure, like all of those, swim, whatever those are, summer, winter, we have seasonal categories.
But you don't need to get so granular.
No,
Okay.
with the
I would
categories.
just, if it was me, I would just take all pajamas and throw them on the bed and start matching them and seeing what I like and what I don't like anymore.
Right. Just start with really small, simple steps. A closet, take one day a week and
Yeah.
just do little small bits.
Do not do the whole thing at
and
once.
it adds up to really, editing out your closet, I think, is actually the most freeing thing.
It is because
imaginable.
that's the hardest one. And once you do that, again, it's but acknowledging on the front end, this may be challenging because I'm going to confront certain emotions.
Let's just say I'm going to tackle shirts that
Okay.
are
Okay.
hanging.
Great.
right?
Hanging shirts, its own
That's
category.
great. That's
Hanging
great.
shirts.
Great.
I pull them all out of the closet.
All
Yep.
of them.
Throw them all in the bed.
That's right.
Pull it out.
Just look at it. Do I want to take the 0.5 seconds it's going to take to actually put this back on the rod? Like, do I actually love this? Or am I never going to wear this kind of tank top ever again?
Yeah. And if something creeps up, oh gosh, it costs so much and I've never worn it. And now
Sell it, donate.
Okay, let's talk about the selling donate. Selling is a whole
that's
nother
right.
thing.
And that's a barrier to entry. And so we don't want you to get stuck with the selling.
There are a few things that if you want to sell your items that are, that you spent money on, that you feel like, I spent some money on this. There are resellers that do the work for you. There are people who do the Poshmarks, that do the Real, that
Really?
do. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There are people who do these things. It's their
and
job.
they just take a commission
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and they market it and you drop your
Yes.
stuff up with them?
Yes.
They do.
Oh.
They pick it up.
They do the whole thing. And I would guarantee there's always an exception to a rule here, but I can't think of anyone we've worked with, a single client that has missed what they have purged from their closet.
Ooh.
They make the decision, and once it's gone, it's gone.
You also have these rules in here in your
We have a lot of rules.
best
Lot of
selling-
rules.
No, but I love these rules because they never thought about it. You say invest in matching hangers.
Yes.
And you also say when you remove an article of clothing from a hanging rod, put the empty hanger back at the end of the rod.
Yes.
I never do that. I stick it in the middle.
No,
No.
you can't find it. And sometimes, like if I do a real big, like a major purge, like from all the different sections, I won't take all of the hangers and put them on one rod at the end. I'd put it in their section.
Yeah.
So that way doesn't take up so much space on one rod.
So what if you live in a really small place?
Okay.
Okay. And do you have suggestions for like where do you put things like clean laundry before it's folded? Will you put your work laptop when it's the weekend?
So this goes back to external storage, like we talked about with hooks, over the wall unit, things like that. A cart is a miracle.
It's
What do you mean by a
amazing.
cart?
A 3-tier cart. They sell them they sell them all over the place. We made one at one point at the Container Store. The Container Store has tons. Target has tons.
Yep.
And it is simply
Like a 3-tier cart on wheels.
a 3-tier
Oh
cart
my
on
gosh, I
wheels.
bought one of those for my son's dorm room.
It's
3-tier cart on
They
wheels.
are the best investment. They can go anywhere. Sometimes they can go to a bathroom. They can go in a
They
kitchen.
can have towels. They can have bath supplies. They can have. You can get the wooden lid that goes on top for your laptop.
It's they are they're your best friend.
Best friend.
And
And you can put clean clothes in them while you're waiting, and you can literally push the cart from the laundry room to your
And then
closet.
the back of the doors, there are some amazing. There's Alpha at the Container Store, which goes over the back of the door. It's clean looking. You can put shoes on the back. You can put.
Oh, that's true. This is your lookup thing. So use the
Yes,
vertical
we're always
surfaces.
looking for vertical space.
Vertical space and external storage. A cart is.
But see, when you said external storage, I thought you meant outside.
Oh,
and I'm like,
no,
what do you mean?
Sorry. Additional storage that doesn't exist already.
It's not like
pre-built.
built into the house.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So how do you know when you've edited and organized and contained enough?
Okay. Whenever it works. That's how you know. If it works, you've
did
done
it.
it. If it's falling apart, you need to rethink your system.
And let me say this though. It's not just falling apart. There is a level of maintenance that's required.
Yes.
Organizing is not a one and done. It's akin to exercise. You can't go to the gym one time. Like that is not how it works.
Right.
You don't do anything one time. You invest in your relationships. You have to constantly maintain things that matter to you. And organizing is unfortunately no different.
The thing I think people make mistakes in a lot of different ways, but I think that one thing that is a mistake is thinking about your organizing as a snapshot in time. It is a living space,
Yes.
right? It lives and breathes in your home. You add to it. If you organize your pantry, that's why we always want to think about like, what is the easy solution? What is a system that's simple to maintain? Because that's when things go off the rails. If you put in a system that's like kind of too complicated, it's not going to work.
It's like exercise. If something falls off, somebody puts in the steak knives into the junk drawer in your kitchen, it's not like, oh my God, it's over. No, it's exercise. Like you missed 2 days of working out, just get right back up there and do it again.
We talked a little bit about the low bar method for closet, but is there any other examples of low bar editing?
Our whole life is low bar.
So
Yeah.
we have something called a low bar lifestyle,
Yeah.
which means if you set the bar low enough, you'll
will
be able
achieve
to
it.
get over it.
Yeah.
So if the bar's on the floor, you're going to be able to
That's
walk
right.
over it.
Except for nothing's supposed to be on the floor.
Well, that's
except
right.
for the
Except
rug.
for the rug in the bar.
Yeah.
The rug in the bar. But if you set the bar low enough, basically what we just want people to understand is that any amount of effort that they put in is enough. Any amount of energy, of effort, of financing, of whatever is enough. And you don't need to beat yourself up. Like the low bar lifestyle is about giving yourself a gold star for literally, like we always say, if all you do in the day is make your bed, you've achieved something.
Yeah, you started off and you did something today.
You did something.
So for the person who's listening, who is sitting here just thinking about the state of their home, because as you talk, you can't help but like do a little flyby.
Yeah, sure.
And imagine drawers and particular places that you want to start, but you still feel a little ashamed and overwhelmed. And maybe you're judging yourself a bit.
Yeah.
What do you want them to remember most?
I want them to remember that we three sat here and went through one drawer within 10 minutes, and we didn't do the work, you did. And you probably had the same feeling that they're having right now, that you thought, oh my gosh, this drawer looks awful. I can't believe the way it looks. It's so horrible. I can't do this. You did it, not us. We just talked you through it.
Yeah.
And they can do it too. And it is not This is not meant to be overwhelming. It is meant to be freeing. It is meant to relieve yourself of the mental clutter.
It's
as
not
much as
one more thing to do. It's the way to save yourself and to give yourself what you deserve, and it's self-care.
It is self-care. It is wellness. It's mental wellness.
It is, and physical wellness. It's so valuable, and there's the payback, the payoff is so much greater than the energy that's required to do it.
Yep.
And don't tie being disorganized with your self-worth. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
You are busy. There are so many competing things for your time, energy,
and your attention.
And this is only an opportunity to help yourself. That's it. It's not another chore. It's truly an opportunity.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
Joanna and Clea, what are your parting words?
My parting words would be to just start. You know, you can't finish anything if you don't start it. And even if you start super small, I think that it's just doing something, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I feel like I can tackle this. I can do it. But you won't get that feeling if you don't start at all. So just start.
I would just say the edit is free, and you get out whatever you put in. And so if you have 5 minutes, you will edit for 5 minutes. And if you have an hour, edit for an hour. But that is so powerful, and it gives you such a lift, and it will carry you through all the other parts of your house. If you can start with something that's for you, that way you can see how you maintain it yourself. I sometimes think that gives you more confidence to go for the next thing. Whereas if you do it in a big space, that's a very shared space, it can be very frustrating when people aren't following your systems right away. So if you did your own bathroom drawer first, that is really powerful, because you're like, this is mine and I'm taking care of it myself, and you have the ownership over it. And so you can see it through, and you can see the maintenance through, and then start implementing it through other drawers where it's shared spaces.
Well, I haven't even started, and I already feel better.
You did.
I agree, and I cannot thank you enough.
Thank you.
Oh gosh,
I
thank
mean
you.
it. I cannot thank you enough. I love that 99.9% of everything that you said I can do.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to take a lot of time. In fact, it's going to take less time, the amount of time that I am wasting and the person who's listening is wasting, racing around, feeling overwhelmed and trying to find the things you can't find and wasting money. And you did something really important. You not only gave us the simple steps, but you infused it with such belief and enthusiasm that I know that this will work if I actually do it.
It will. That's why you just have to start.
Well, here's what I want to tell you. You're fantastic.
Well, thank you.
Kind.
And what I appreciate most about this conversation is it wasn't about editing or organizing or decluttering at all. You gave us a roadmap to have the single most powerful resources that we have in our life, which is energy and time, back.
Yeah.
And I really understand what you mean now that we've had this conversation, that this is not one more thing that you need to add to your to-do list.
Right.
This is your way to get time back, to get peace back. And I cannot thank you enough for hopping on a plane and for being here and for doing this work and teaching us how to do this for free.
Well, we are so honored and so happy to be here.
What an honor.
And we
Thank
are
you.
coming to Vermont.
Yeah, we sure are.
So
We sure are, ready or not. Here we come. Ding dong.
I'm gonna go declutter now thinking about that. No, seriously, thank you.
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you
This
so
was
much.
such a pleasure and such an honor.
I learned so much and I'm so excited to go home and edit. That's what I'm going to do.
I'm so excited
Edit.
for your daily
I
drawer.
know. Please
I'm
send
going
us
to take
a photo.
you a photo of it. In
Please.
fact, when you do a daily drawer, I want you to post a photo of it and tag the home edit.
Please
and
tag the
the
home
Mel
edit.
Robbins podcast.
We get so much satisfaction about seeing other people's work. And
Let us
seeing what makes them
celebrate
happy.
you.
Please.
Yes, I love that. So thank you.
Thank you.
And I also want to thank you. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this episode. And I think you probably started it thinking you were going to get one thing. And now that the conversation's over, I know that you got what I got, which is this deep sense of confidence that, yes, you can do this. And I also feel the lift of pressure and shame that I've been putting on myself, like something's wrong with me. This isn't one more thing that you have to do. It's one thing that you get to do and that you can do to get back what you really deserve, which is time and space and to feel good about yourself. So I can't wait to see your photos. And in case no one else tells you, I wanted to be sure to tell you as your friend that I love you and I believe in you and I believe in your ability to create a better life. And holy cow, when we edit, we will create a better life and we'll feel better in that life too. All right, I'll see you in the next episode. I'll welcome you in the moment you hit play. And thank you for watching all the way to the end on YouTube. Didn't you freaking love this? Thank you also for being generous and sharing the gift of these two with people in your life. Heck, if you can't get the people that you're living with to help out, send them this episode and let Clea and Joanna motivate them. Okay, I know you want to watch another episode. This is the episode you're going to love, and I will welcome you in the moment you hit play.